But would he have a problem with it?
Would Andre have a problem with it? Getting back into the national team?
But having limited time to play.
What option does he have?
He doesn't have
when
any
he
option.
when he was young, there were players of his age now that were being sacrificed for him.
World Cup 2010, Andre Ayew on the bench is Sule Muntari. And Muntari started the game against Uruguay because Ayew was booked and was supposed to miss that game. And that is why Muntari started that game. Muntari no vex. On starting game, he scored. So if younger players with higher energy levels are in, and one Kasa as good of a player you are, now him say this guy should start ahead of me with the kind of performance is the outputter. Are you for no vex?
Still on the Gajo podcast, we are looking at one key thing that people have been talking about, the conversations on social media. Andre Ayew has hit fantastic form for Le Havre in the French League. And people are asking Otuado and Mrs. Traveling and Tour staff that please bring Andre back to the Black Stars. Should Andre be invited back to the Black Stars? Make us start from Francis on this one. Francis, Andre, are you back to the Black Stars?
Yeah.
He should be back.
Na so na nipa no left back on your thing.
Yes.
On your left back.
Yeah.
Should be back.
Oh, but young kind of cray.
Okay.
Me. Since since most journalists, most Ghanaians, they criticize the performance of Andre Ayew. I never ever thought it was wise enough to leave him out. Because time I know for Ayew ever Black Stars no. Not only team.
Okay.
But when he got a team and
fair
he drop in. No. So what is the essence of calling him when he had no team and then dropping him when he was performing?
When he was performing, Otto was now manager.
At the latter part of last season, that was when Andre Ayew moved from Nottingham Forest, Obafi, Saima Le Havre. And then he was scoring for fun. Escape relegation. Yeah. And then this season, man a contract with him. They knew they were suffering. So they had to rush and then sign him again.
No shaggles.
Andre is performing. One say in 2018 World Cup, yes, Hazard was the captain for Belgium.
Yeah.
Company started, no, he was injured. But Bayern, he was still on the bench. There's a reason for taking much experienced players for national team duties. Because if you have a player coming like Felix Afenajan, who out of nowhere, with a little bit of experience, got a call up to the national team, started for the Black Stars, led them to qualify for the World Cup. Now, player be say Andre Ayew team, even if Ayew was not playing, or no bet my what these youngsters, Charlie, women yeni see, and this is when the Black Stars one. If there's unity at the camp, Obia away captain, Andre Ayew
general captain.
But there's a time people also circulate or speculate that Ayew to bench the wave. It is a teamwork. So if the coach fails this match, I don't feel he should play.
So
just because
so you
of
believe he should get back into the team, but he shouldn't be starting games.
Me can't say even if
should he be starting games?
Even if you think he's not to start games because of his age and energy levels, maybe on to 90 minutes,
more than 50 minutes.
So if it's around 70 minutes, you can bring Dede Ayew into the game. If you're leading, he can manage the team. He can manage you to get a win.
The Black Stars, they lead 2-0 for Africa Cup of Nations. Then at halftime, Chris Hughton bring Andre Ayew on.
We didn't take 2-2.
Andre Ayew concede penalty. Black Stars lose 2-2. Then draw 2-2. Black Stars out.
Yeah.
So on your point where they make, it they work.
Mistakes they game inside.
And it was sad that right after the 2022 World Cup, where he gave out, he missed the penalty in the next competition to when he's brought on, he gave away a penalty. The problem with what Chris Hughton did was that he shouldn't have brought Andre on at halftime.
Halftime.
You should have brought him on, but not at halftime. You should have brought him on at like 75.
60, 70.
80. 10 minutes to go, then you bring him on. I think the team could have
To set a record.
to even get the record, because you shouldn't be at the expense of players.
Okay.
But so you shouldn't have been brought on that early. So the point here is that if you're going to have Andre in your squad based on experience and based on whatever he's going to bring into the team, you're supposed to have him in. I mean, if there are national teams where they have a lot of celebrated players, where Jesus Navas or Koiru, some Bobby Bebrevisa, the last match in the group stage where Spain first 2 matches they have back-to-back wins, they have already won. He features a little. I mean, if that is how we want to manage Andre's minutes in the national team, I don't have a problem with it, because it's a legend.
But would he have a problem with it?
Would Andre have a problem with it? Getting back into the national team.
But having limited time to play.
What option does he have?
He doesn't have
when
any option.
when he was young, there were players of his age now that were being sacrificed for him.
World Cup 2010, Andre Ayew on the bench is Sule Muntari.
True.
Anameboa. It was Andre Ayew, Kevin Prince Boateng. Then if it's John Pento, Quincy Utoabe, we say John Pento, Prince Tegu on the right. And Muntari started the game against Uruguay because Ayew was booked and was supposed to miss that game. And that is why Muntari started that game. Muntari no vex. On starting game, he scored. So if younger players with higher energy levels are in, and one Kasa as good of a player you are, now Unim say this guy should start ahead of me with the kind of performances the outputter. Are you for no vex? Are you just want? I feel he wants to win something with the national team, and that is why it wants a ball. But still, he wants to lead.
But right now in the national team, what we need is not. I know the energy and the enthusiasm and the passion he has for the badge is always great. But what we need right now, we need the legs.
I'm not saying he should play for us to win.
He should just be part of the team.
He should be part.
But he should only be part of the team based on merit. So it means that if he's having a fine form at Le Havre and your man wants to call him into the team, I would have no problem.
Fair enough.
But because of his fine form, he's merited his opportunity. But as it stands, should he be called back? I would say no. Because you've decided, you've been asked in press conferences, or when you met the press, you've been asked about your relationship with Andre. You said you even spoke to him over the call. You're not going to disclose why, but he's not joining the team for now. It is clear that you've made a decision to leave him out. And the captaincy is moved on to Partey, it's moved on to Kudus, it's moved on to Jordan, it's come back. He came back, he went to Kudus, came back to Jordan. All of those things. And I feel like Andre coming back into the team at this point, you ask yourself,
captaincy issues.
Not even just the captaincy issues and his figure in the camp, but you ask yourself, if he comes into the camp right now in our World Cup qualifiers, what is he adding that should really merit him coming back? If we actually we can sit and think about it and say that if Andre Ayew comes back into this team, our chances of qualifying to the World Cup increase, then bring him in. But as it stands right now, we've not made it to the AFCON. He's been left out on several occasions.
No need to bring him back.
The team needs a fresh start. The team needs to move forward past all those, whatever that has been placed behind them. I mean, I just, considering the fact that Otto is still coach and Otto has left him out on several occasions.
Why bring him now? Okay. So if
a minute. I feel the fact that the coach has left him out on several occasions doesn't mean he can't recall.
Okay.
Yes,
but he's left him on several occasions where he's actually merited a call.
Yeah, based on the previous sets. But if you believe, say, Andre Ayew for return to the Black Stars, make we know for the comment section. We will read out in our next edition of the show. This be the Gajo podcast.